OnePlus 9 Pro Ultra wide camera is teased by company CEO ahead of the March 23rd launch. So this is going to be coming. I know you guys were talking about me getting the OnePlus, or like get the OnePlus, but it looks like the OnePlus is going to be coming out pretty soon with a new one. So I almost should wait for this new one.
It's March 23rd. It's right around the corner.
It's right around the corner. So OnePlus is confirmed to be launched on the 23rd. The CEO has been leaking or throwing some pictures on Twitter or some teasers, and it looks like, what is it? The OnePlus 9, OnePlus 9 Pro, OnePlus 9E. So there's going to be a good series of these phones that are going to be coming out. And the OnePlus 8, people were talking about how great this phone was. I had a lot of people saying you need to get this phone. So OnePlus 9, it looks like it's going to be a 6.7-inch screen. The storage is 128 gigs, which not a fan. I need more. I need a lot more. Now this is the OnePlus Pro. This is not the E or the Max TXL, whatever, their highest version. So 128 gigs. I hope the other ones have a little bit more. 8 gigs of RAM, not too bad. That's pretty good. OS 11. Resolution. This is actually higher than that Rogue. 1440 by 3120. This is running 4K.
Yeah.
That's pretty freaking good, dude.
I don't know if that's full. Is that 4K? It's a funky resolution.
Well, it's cell phone, so the numbers are backwards. So, and even if it was at 2K, it's the Rogue was at 1080. This one's pushing at 3120. 31, once it hits that 3, you're talking about 4K right there. But I know resolutions are a little bit backwards. It's not like 1920 by 1080. It's not like the first number is typically bigger than the second number. Cell phones are a little bit different. So there is a good amount of cell phones coming out with some pretty cool specs, dude. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Like some of these specs are pretty freaking good, dude.
I have always felt that the Pixels, Google, should have been able to have done what OnePlus did. And I kind of feel like every time Google's launched a phone, I've been kind of disappointed because I was expecting a OnePlus-like phone from Google. I've always thought if the Nexus phones was a collaboration between OnePlus and Google, it would have been a different playing field for the top 3 spots in cell phones.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the reasons I like OnePlus so much is because not the operating system, but the skin is so much like stock Android. I just wish that Google could have done some of the stuff that OnePlus did. So I've always been really excited about the OnePlus phones. I had the OnePlus 6, and it was one of my favorite phones ever. And then I switched to the S20, and I missed my OnePlus 6. It was the first phone that after I switched to a new one, I missed my old one. So I'm super excited. I hope I get to try out the OnePlus 9. I don't know if I'm going to get it right away, but I've been kind of bored with my S20. I'm just saying.
Was it Samsung that is coming out with that new waterfall phone?
I thought it was Huawei. Was that Huawei or Samsung?
Was it Hawaii?
Huawei, yeah.
Was it Huawei? So I'm very curious. I like the one phone that I missed to this date is my Note Edge. That phone was just badass. I liked how you could scroll on the side and you could extend it out. There's just so many cool things that you could do with that phone that I thought was very neat. Mm-hmm. And I had fun with it. Like I legitimately had fun with that phone. I'm very interested on this OnePlus 9.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm very interested. With me, it's I use my cell phone. Like actually last week I dropped the video on the World of Rojas, and I was showing when I was out in Missouri, I went to Jefferson City, went to their capital, and then went to their state penitentiary. Dude, some of those shots that I took, actually, you know what? Hold on. All of that entire video, if you watch that video came from my Note, my Note 10. That entire video, the audio, the video, everything came from my cell phone. And what I did was I'll go ahead and show this. So I have the DJI, I forget what these are called.
The Osmo 2, I think.
This is the DJI Osmo 1.
One, right? That's the best one.
The best one. It's freaking made out of metal and the hard plastic. And the Osmo 2, it was very light, and it felt like it was gonna break. You know, this one was heavy. People are like, I'm getting carpal tunnel. It's heavy. It's like, lift some weights. So this is the first one, the Osmo. The whole back thing has the metal bracket and everything, and this thing works amazing. Now I do have the stand, so that way, dude, this stand thing, I've done it. If you watch my video on the World of Rojas on when I went to Newport Beach,
Yeah,
I put the cell phone and I stuck it on there. I synced it up to the app, and it does its thing where it just kind of like stays there. And then I did hyperlapse mode, hands free. I just left it there, and there's a scene where you see the water moving really, really fast while the screen is going really slow. That was with this thing through the app on that cell phone. And actually, that video, that was on my S7. So the one thing that I've really liked about Samsung is because I do those videos, they come out clean. So I'm very scared to try another phone because I'm the type that if I get a phone, I'm stuck with it until I buy the next one. So I'll be stuck with that phone for 2 years or 3 years or whatever. Like this is going. The Note 10 is a 2.5-year-old phone.
Yeah.
And I had this thing pre-ordered, and I picked it up before, like, they sold out on these phones. Like there was none. You either pre-ordered it or you had to wait till after the holidays. So I actually had this thing, really early. And I've just been loving the camera. Like if you see my pictures on Instagram or Facebook or wherever you follow me, yeah, that's what I use. Oh, the pictures that I take, or I'm sorry, the thumbnails that we use, the thumbnails that we use for the Beyond the Streams,
right?
I use this phone to take those pictures. I literally have my camera right here, and I stuck this thing right next to it. Yeah. And I took pictures with my cell phone.
Yeah, that's what I use my phone too. Phones are so good these days for multitasking, no matter what you want to throw at them. And the cameras have gotten so much better in general, not just one device or another. If you go flagship any one of these brands these days, the cameras are generally good as long as your lighting's half decent. If your lighting's pretty crappy, then that's probably where you're going to get the bigger differences between the brands. But for the most part, cameras are pretty good. On your topic about being stuck with a phone for a certain period of time, you're living in the wrong world, man. There's people looking to buy cell phones, buy used tech all the time. Even people on Twitter. If you just post on Twitter, hey, I have this, and this for sale, you could get rid of it and buy it into another phone pretty quickly. So you're never really stuck with your tech these days. Just saying.
It's just hard. We'll see.